everyone. So this is a video that JelliclesForever, or Emma, I've talked about her before, she asked me to do this video, so I needed more ideas, so I figured I would do it. And it's basically how I did my cat eye. I know it's going to look pretty much the same, but there's a slight difference how I do mine compared to other people, and I believe I talked about it before. If not, I'm going to talk about it now. My friend Katie's actually the one that kind of helped me figure this out, or basically told me how to do it. And basically, it's time for some awesome drawings so that I can explain the difference. Now, my eye is a little bit more downward slanted, but more than that's normal for everybody. But what's not so normal for eye shapes, the general eye shape is going to be, I shouldn't say general, for most people, I should say, especially models and catalogs, like, not Asian models, their eye shape is a totally different eye shape, but they can still, do the normal winged look on their eyes, because most people have about roughly her eye shape. What I mean is, look how round mine is and how much thinner hers is. Most people don't have eyes as big and round as mine. I mean, granted, there's a huge amount of people that do, but most people have something along this line, or maybe, you know, like an Asian eye where the eyelid goes straight down and there's no crease. Both of these eye shapes are still thin this way, so they can both do the winged liner like you see most YouTube people do. They do it like this. Okay, pardon my drawing. But they start from the corner of the eye out and they connect it to the eye. But my eye is round, so I actually have to start, I don't know if you can tell by this, which I'm going to show you anyways. I have to start below the line and bring it up. I can't start exactly at that corner, or it just looks really bad. So I'm going to show you how I do it with liquid eyeliner on one eye, and then how I'm going to do it with powder. I don't really have any makeup on. I just do some stuff, covered a few blemishes, and put some primer on so it makes it easy to get off. But, so yeah, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Line Stiletto. I use this all the time. I don't know, I heard this was fake, I heard this was real. I've seen the packaging for it, so I don't know if this is real or not. But, it's the, let's try this. The MAC Hello Kitty Liquid Eyeliner. If it is, then I actually own MAC products. If it isn't, then I only own like 2 or 3. But, this is a little bit darker than this, so I like to go in and touch up and fine-tune it, because this is really a small applicator. So I like to fine-tune it with this, but I like to get the general shape with this, because it's harder to draw a line with a thin line than using this, which I'll show you. And then I'm going to use this Revlon palette. It's only at Target. It's one of their new palettes. I'm going to use the black color just to show you guys more depthly how I do it on this eye. Let me pull my chair closer. Chest shot. I'm sure that's exactly what you all wanted to see. Okay. So, I'm going to do this on this eye. If it's a little messy, I'm sorry. Normally, I take my time doing it. Ooh, but I just want to show you guys real quick so you guys can get an idea. So, I always start from the middle going in, because I'll have a lot on my brush and then I can kind of draw it out better. So let me see if I can do this. I'm going to have to tilt you guys up. Okay. Oh, you're spinning. Gotta tighten this or my camera's going to spin all over the place. Okay, so... and it helps if you pull it a little bit. Like, you don't have to, like, stretch your eye, but just pull it a little bit. So that it's now, the top lash is now a straight line instead of, like, a curved one. So, I'm just going to start in the middle and go into the inside of my eye. Okay. And I just went along the lash line. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the corner of my eye. The other corner. If you're going to the corner and your brush is like missing spots, go back over it in the other direction. Okay. And then make sure, and with this is a felt tip, you have to put it back in the container every once in a while or it'll dry out. Well, not dry out, but most of the product will be on your eye, and so it'll be harder to draw the line, and then it'll start smudging and just. Now what I'm gonna do is just the outer corner, because if I did black under my eye, it'd be like raccoon eyes. So I just do the outer corner underneath to about there. Just right into the lash line. While it's still wet, if you go too far down, wipe it off. Okay, and then fill in corner connected. Okay, so now you should just have the basic black on top and then black here. And so I'm not looking at you guys, I need to look to make sure I stay in the screen, like always. Now what most gurus do is they start from this corner and draw a line to here. The wing starts here. That looks weird on me. So I do it, I'm trying to get a good position here, from the bottom lash and do my wing up. Now it's okay if it does that, like there's a piece missing. Just gonna go back in and draw it. Now, since my eyes are rounder and I'm not doing it the normal way, you have to keep your eyes open like this and draw it in. Don't do this and try to draw it because it's going to look deformed. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But just kind of get the basic shape. See, even though it's not connected, you can see where I want my wing to be. Okay, now I have my wing. Now see when I close my eye, it's actually doesn't make a line. It's kind of like a broken line. Okay. See how it's like broken? It's not, when other gurus close your eyes, you see that like perfect like wing line down below. Because my eye is rounder and I'm starting from the bottom to get this wing. Because my creases are a lot bigger to create the eye, the wing. When I blink, it's a little off, but that's how I have to do it because of how my eyes are. So if you have round eyes, this is how you're going to want to do your winged liner with liquid liner. Gel's the same, powder's the same. I'm just going to show you kind of how powder looks. It's the same, but I'm going to go back into my fine tip one and do the line around and below. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it makes it a lot darker. And then you can go in and really define the lines on the edges a lot better. And then if you're having trouble getting that little space in this area, if you're having trouble getting this space and that will happen in this area to work out and it smudges, then leave it and then get a finer point liner like this. Like that's really thin. And go in with this instead. Because doing a big job with this is not only time consuming but hard. But just doing a quick line in the crease will be easy. So there. I hope that made sense. So yeah, if you have round eyes, start from the bottom and work your way up. And it may... I got a little dot on the outside. See? It may look funny when you close your eyes, but it's just what works for me to get it how I want. I would typically do a wing about this big at the biggest. I don't like really big wings. But you could definitely go bigger or smaller. This is just, I did it this size so you guys can see. That totally rhymed. How it is with liquid, and these are both two forms of liquid. One's just like straight liquid on a little like fiber brush, and the other one's in a felt tip. So that's that. Now I'm going to take, this is by EcoTools. It's a smudge brush. It's a really tiny one. I'm going to go into my Revlon palette on this side. I really hate how these open. Like, they open like this. I don't like that. Anyways, I'm going to go into that black color. And we're going to do what we did with the other one. We're going to start in the center and go in. Staying at the lash line. And you can go back and forth a little bit to get this between your lashes too if you want. But don't go a lot so that you get a lot of fallout. And going back and forth a little bit as you do it kind of helps smudge it a little bit as you go. And then if you don't want it to smudge, you can leave it like that. I'm going to blend it out a little bit so you can see it a little bit nicer, a little bit smokier, not as harsh. Okay. So see, now this is going to be a lot, it's a thicker line, but it's a softer line, so it's a little softer than this. This is kind of like to the point. This is going to be just like a soft V on the outside. And we're going to go underneath too as well, just like before, on the other eye. Okay. And then you're going to create your V. Now be careful because when you draw the line, it can get really thick. If you like it that way, it's great. If not, just be careful. The only downfall to using powder is if you want more of a point, it's really hard to get that point with a brush without it becoming like crazy big. Okay? So if you want, you can leave it like this. If you had, like, say, another eyeshadow underneath, you could definitely leave it like this. Or if, without the eyeshadow, it stands out more. But like I said, it's still a softer, even though this one's bigger, it's still a softer look than this. So you could do that. Or you could take a fluffy brush. I'm just going to use this other one by EcoTools. It's going to go along my lash line and the lower lash line, and even the point itself, and just run over it, mostly going down. And this smudges it out, and I'm kind of doing a sloppy job of it, especially underneath. It's making it look like I have huge bags in my eyes, but that is how it looks blended out. It's just a smoky wing. Now if you do this and you get like the fallout underneath like I did, then all you have to do is take, I'm just going to get this, my foundation I use. I'm just going to get a little bit on my finger. And pat it and rub it underneath. And that takes away from the harshness. Okay, so this will give you the smokier look and smokier V, a softer V, not so hard lined edge, and then this will give you the very precise V. And that's how I do my Vs, my cat eyes, whatever you want to call them. Wings, but yeah, I just did this because JelliclesForever wanted to see the video on this, so I hope this is what you want, Emma, and I hope this helps everyone else, especially if you have round eyes. There's not a lot of really good informative round eye videos on YouTube on how to do like smoky looks for them and everything. And not that, like, if you go to Emily Knoll 83, she has good smoky looks that just smokes it up. But the typical smoky eye, where there's an outer V that you smoke, that everyone tries to achieve, it doesn't really work for eyes like ours. So this could be one option to make it smoky on the outside. I won't do the whole smoky on the outside into the crease, but this will still kind of give you a smoky effect to the outer part of your eye. And you can use browns and whatever. So I hope that helped people. I hope Emma enjoyed this. And go check her out, JelliclesForever. Right now her life's a little crazy, so the videos aren't as frequent. But definitely check out her older videos. I did a swap video with her. It was actually really fun. And so you can go check that out. She's a lot of good videos. So yeah, just moral of the story, check her out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and sorry it's really long, but I wanted to make sure I got it to be very informative for you guys. So thank you and bye.